Hey YouTube, welcome to my review of Chapter 4. Well, it's finally happened. Casey's in a hospital setting, and as you would expect, Angela, her mother, is against it. You know, I don't know if the show plays the ambiguity card very well. Angela refuses to rule out mental illness and hospitalization. She was the one suggesting demon possession from the very first chapter. No, it can't be anything else. Where's my exorcism? Where's my exorcism? Now, wouldn't it be something if this whole thing was in Casey's mind? Now, when Casey ended up in the hospital under a 5150, I was like, well, it's about time. But then, after a while, I wasn't so sure. I started to wonder, was the train incident just a way for the demon to get Casey hospitalized and alone for 72 hours? It seems that her mom has a certain amount of authority or power that has the salesman back off. Oh, by the way, I just found out that Casey's friend is being referred to as the salesman. So since last chapter, Father Marcus and Father Thomas didn't get approval from the church to do an exorcism. And more so, Marcus got excommunicated. Still has friends willing to help. In this chapter, Marcus is introduced to some friendly allies, one being Mother Bernadette, and a couple that run movable deceased tours. Mother Bernadette is part of a convent that practices exorcism with compassion. It kind of looks like a cross between the Craft and the Fight Club. Is that how Marcus is going to perform his exorcisms? Fallen angel, you are loved? Really? The tour guides, Cherry and Lester Rigo, kind of remind me of the Warrens. They've been drawing their own conclusions on the occurrences in Chicago, the demon activity. Toward the end, after 72 hours or so, the doctors come to no conclusions and reluctantly release Casey. She's free to go home, where Father Thomas and Marcus have prepared her room. And that's what this chapter seems to be. A time to set the table for an exorcism. Things have been put in its place for its preparation. Of course, there's a couple things that bug me about this chapter. One was a little thing. The article that Marcus was reading about the Bridgeport murders, it was 2 paragraphs repeating themselves. I mean, really? That's lazy. The other was the nurse that was lifted up and choked by the salesman. At first I thought Casey must have hallucinated that. But then, later on, they showed the same nurse in the hallway traumatized. Now, after that, wouldn't they have called security or the cops? Or is this, oh, no, that happens to my staff all the time. The pacing on the series hasn't been too bad. I wish there would have been a little bit more focus on the relationship between Casey and the salesman and why she trusts him so much. Because now she realizes he's full of lies and his ugliness is showing through. I would have thought that Casey would have suspected something more earlier on, maybe around chapter 3. Something was wrong. The progression of things that have been happening to her seemed a little off. In a way, I had a hard time connecting the attic scene in chapter 1 with the rest of her progression. In some way, it's not that subtle and it doesn't seem to fit. I may cover all this in a recap video. As it stands, the table is set, so let's serve up an exorcism. Again, thanks for watching my video. Hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, because there's more to come. Thanks.